the past year, I've made countless Minecraft videos. But one thing I've never actually done is beat the game itself. Oddly enough as it is. I've been playing this game for a year now, and I've never once beaten the game. So today, I decided to change that. We are gonna be doing 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore, and yeah, we're gonna beat the game. I've come up with 2 goals that I want to complete by the time this video ends, and one is that I want to be able to defeat the Ender Dragon. Even though you can't technically beat Minecraft, one thing that I want to complete before I end this video is 1, kill the Ender Dragon, and 2, not die. I mean, it sounds really simple, but if you guys know who I am, then you guys know why I say that. If you guys don't know who I am, then you guys know that even though I've been playing Minecraft for a year now, I am not good at the game. So I'm very, very nervous to do this video. Every Minecraft day is the equivalent of 20 minutes, which equals up to over 33 hours of recording. This is by far the longest video I've ever recorded and put time into. So make sure you guys drop a like, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers, so if you guys haven't already and you guys want more of this, make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys drop a like as well. Get your snacks ready, get the popcorn and everything you guys need to sit down, be ready for this, because this is gonna be a long video. I want you guys to comment hardcore, because this video is pretty hardcore. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, here we go. Minecraft for the next 33 hours. I was very, very nervous loading into this, because I knew at any point if I died, I would have to completely restart. I decided to look around the area, see what was going on. I found a horse. I decided to start off by getting the essentials, some seeds. I don't know why, but my first instinct was to just get some seeds so that I could immediately start to get wood and then start a farm. If I wanted to survive, I needed to find some food and get my tools and everything as fast as possible, especially a place to stay. So I decided to look around, find a place where I could find stone, found it right there, and I decided to make a crafting table, make the essentials as in, you know, a pickaxe. And then after making my pickaxe, I went down below, got some stone to make all my tools from this point forward out of stone. After making all my tools, my biggest worry was whether or not I'd be able to sleep. So I immediately started looking around, and luckily enough, there was actually a sheep for every single piece of grass in the entire field. There was so much. Luckily, I had all of that, and then I started to create my farm around this little pond that was around my spawn area. And I even found another little cave system type thing. I don't really know how to describe it. And I thought this was pretty interesting. The first thing that came to mind was a little, you know, house inside of this area where I could put glass near the top. You know, you could see what time of day it was, whether the sun was out or if it was nighttime. So I decided, you know, let's go ahead and put some torches around the area, make a bed, and let's make this place called home. The second day started off just like any normal Minecraft day. Decided to eat my food, make sure I was full, and go out. I ended up hearing a weird, like, walking noise behind me, and I turned around, didn't see much going on, and suddenly out of nowhere, this dude comes on, and I remembered back to him whenever I watched Dream of this thing that he did, but it didn't really turn out how I thought. So, I ended up neutralizing the target, and yeah, I just went back to my work back at the house. I decided to try to get rid of all of the dirt. There was lots of dirt all over the place, which was kind of annoying, because I feel like dirt is the most tedious thing to get rid of. And, oh, yeah, there's another one of those guys. With stone, you can break all of this stone and then end up using it to, you know, smelt it into stone bricks. I ended up finding my first iron as well, breaking the stone. That's the best part about it. Even some coal. And around here, this is when I spooked myself a little bit. I found some lava. This was my first real, like, realization that I could die, especially right here. Woo! I remember pooping myself right there. I promise you, I literally freaked out, so. Yeah, I decided to see if there was anything along the way, and there actually ended up being some gold. I got pretty excited. The neighbors weren't too happy about all this. They ended up sending snipers to my roof, which was a little alarming, so I decided to just go to bed, block it off, you know, so that I could just get through the night, and head on to my third day. Wanted to neutralize this guy. He was being kind of annoying sitting up there, so took him out, went around, and started to find some food. Luckily, there was tons of sheep, like I said before, so that wasn't much of a problem. And yeah, I went and got some wood, and then ended up killing some salmon that were all over the place. There was actually a ton. I didn't show all of the clips because there was so many of them, but yeah. Then I went back up, grabbed my iron that I had found from mining earlier, and there you go. I ended up with a full kit of armor. And then, yeah, I tried to figure out how to make a shield. Now, this is the thing. I have spent over 100 days, and I still can't remember how to make this shield. And I ended up having to go look how to make it, and yeah, there you go. I have my first shield in Minecraft. For the next few days, I spent a lot of time in the mines, because I wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed all in one go, and that bat ended up dying. So I went and found a lot of iron, fought a lot of enemies, And yeah, I just tried to get everything that I needed so that I never had to go back down below into the mines. I don't like spending a lot of time there, but yeah, I spent a couple days down below and ended up coming back up, and it was another day. I made my first iron pick and iron tools, and I went back to go start farming and make sure that I had enough wheat to get sheep, and then also cows as well. Obviously, I would need leather if I wanted to make an enchantment room or anything of that sort. After that, I decided to try to make the house look a little bit tidier. I went around, got rid of a ton of dirt, and then went back to farming, trying to make sure that I had everything that I needed, and went to sleep and started the next day of Minecraft. So far, I really haven't spent that much time working on my house, so for the next day, I decided to try to get rid of as much dirt as I could possibly get rid of. So, for a lot of this time, I spent trying to make sure that the front yard area was completely leveled out, got rid of all of the stone as well there, and filled up the little holes in the ground with all of the extra dirt that I had found. So then I tried to get rid of all of the extra area inside, and it ended up looking pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So, yeah, and I went around, tried to look at it from afar, see if it looked a little bit better, and honestly, I think it turned out pretty good. I don't know. The house is coming out pretty fine. I somehow ended up back in the mines again. I was looking for some gold so that I could make golden apples whenever I wanted to go fight the Ender Dragon, and there was a lot of enemies, and I thought of this idea where I could break the gravel and it would come down and kill the skeleton, but it didn't actually end up turning out how I thought it would. Then I just went down and ended up finding these two skeletons who were super mad at one another. I'm pretty sure they were a couple or something. They were just fighting about something. I felt kind of awkward, like standing there watching this all go down. So I moved away a little bit, and then one ended up killing the other. So I decided to just neutralize that other one. And then I came back up. It actually had been 2 days at this point, so I decided to just go to bed and ended up skipping another day. Now you guys are probably wondering, Lynix, you're not that bad at Minecraft. Now just wait till you see this clip. I don't know how I did this. I think I just had my thumb pressed down on the space bar, and I ended up almost ending the video right there in the first 10 minutes of the video. Luckily, right after though, I found this cool pink sheep guy, which was pretty interesting. So I decided to name him Larry the Pink Sheep, and one of his sheep homies didn't want to leave him, so I decided to push him in as well, and after that, decided to go home and go to sleep. After that, I actually came back to my house, and there was a zombie jumping on my bed, so I decided to get rid of him. Apparently, because I broke something above, he spawned in that little area, so yeah, and I ended up mining for a couple of days and finding lots of diamonds. It was literally just strip mining this entire time, so I won't have too many clips of this, but I found a couple of diamonds throughout the next couple of days, and yeah, I found, I think, 4 here. I got pretty excited, to be honest. There you go, 4 right there, and, or no, wait, yeah, 4 right there, and, oh wait, there was 8! Oh! Dang, I'm surprised myself, and I already know what happened. Decided to make some armor, and I ended up with a full diamond kit. Yes, sir, you guys thought that I wouldn't be able to do it, but I can. I decided to get some, you know, glass as well. Sorry, sand, and then turn that into glass, and got some cows and continued with my farm. I really didn't want to fall behind with my wheat, and I heard online that you're supposed to feed them to keep them healthy, and then they ended up having a baby. I don't know how that happened, but apparently if you feed them, they just go a little, you know, they get a little. While I was, you know, mining out my house, make it a little bit tidier, a tall 8-foot man ran in, so I decided to try to get rid of him. He was holding a grass block for me. I think he was trying to help, but I didn't really know his intentions, so I killed him, ended up getting a pearl, which would be useful in the future. So, yeah, and then I actually ended up finding a whole village. And, you know, the one thing that I've been working on this entire time was wheat, and this place had so much. It was literally perfect. I ended up finding a chest as well that had some good stuff. So, I decided to ransack their village and use one of their beds to go to sleep. And, yeah, I ended up going to another little biome, and I found these little dogs just hiding under this thing. So, I wanted to get real close and pet them, and they started to run away. So, you know, I don't really know why they ran, but not too long after, I actually found a real dog, and I got so incredibly excited. I made sure to save extra bones in case this ever came to happen. So I decided to use one of the bones, see if I could get it first try, and boom! I got one of my best friends now. Yes! Yes! Let's go! I was amped out of my mind. You guys have no idea. I was so excited. I decided to name him Louie, and I decided to also take him to go meet Larry. And they didn't really talk that much, but I ended up taking him back to the house, showing him around, you know, show him his new home, his humble abode, and I'm pretty sure that he enjoyed it. I don't know. After all that long, stressful day, I decided to go to bed and start the next day. After a while, my glass was done, so I, you know, added it to the roof, and honestly, I think it turned out pretty good. I wanted to do this to the entire roof of the entire house, so that was the plan at least. I went outside, and there was a couple trees blocking the area, so I got rid of those and decided to use it for the chest room that I'm gonna have, and used all the stone that I used in my mining days to, you know, just make the house look a little bit more professional. I was also running low on diamonds. I didn't want to have to make a diamond pickaxe to go mine a bunch of obsidian. Like, who wants to do that? It wastes a bunch of time. So I decided to use my you know, my speedrunner skills after watching all of the Dream videos, you know, on how he does it. And I wanted to do that thing where you like do it really fast, where you make the portal. And I think I remember how I did it. I did it one time on stream. So I set up the whole thing that you're supposed to do to put the water down, and then you grab it back and forth. And yeah, it didn't really work how I wanted it to go. But, you know, after making my diamond pickaxe, I head back to this area, and I started to mine the obsidian. It took a little while, but after about 30 minutes of my life, it started to get dark, and I had all the obsidian, so I ran back home, and I tried to go to sleep as fast as I possibly could, but there was a skeleton that was harassing me. So, I don't know why, but he could hit me even though I had a shield in my hand. I wasn't using it too well, apparently, so... yeah, I took him out, and there ended up being a creeper on top of my roof as well, and I was a little bit worried for my dog's life, so I ran outside, dragged them away a little bit, covered up the door, and I tried to go to bed as fast as I could without them getting anywhere near any of my animals or myself. I dedicated the following day to just getting the nether room prepared. So underneath my little chest room that I've made, I decided to make the area all dedicated towards the nether portal. And right there, as you can see, it double clicked, and it did it again when I placed the obsidian. I almost lost my mind, I promise. And then it did it again. Oh my god, I forgot it happened again. Literally was about to lose my mind, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. I decided to try to place the other one, and it did it for a third time. I swear I was losing my mind at this point. I did savor some extra obsidian though, and I came back, got my little flint and steel, and decided to go into the nether. Unfortunately, I am an absolute idiot, and because of how close I was, I did not realize that I made it a square, and it doesn't work apparently. After fixing it, I placed the last two, opened up the nether, and I don't even think I went inside of it. I think I just left it and then started to work on my house. I wanted to make sure before I left that everyone was entirely safe inside my house, including my dog, and making sure that there's no creepers that could just walk through and end up inside whenever I come back. I ended up also making a little area for my cows and whatnot. I wanted it to be a little bit more official, and for them to have a dedicated area to themselves. After going to sleep, I came back and I grabbed my cows. I made sure that they were, I don't know why I had them there, but I grabbed them, put them in their own little area, and put a piece of wool so I could get in and out. And yeah, I could just keep feeding them until, you know, I have just a million of them, as well as my sheep. I put them all together, and I fed them a bunch, and yeah, they started to have more babies. I wasn't trying to look at that, but I fed them a ton, as much as I could, and I decided to, you know, just get out of there. It was a little bit weird standing in between all of it. After that, I ended up going to bed, you know, getting ready for the next day of going into the nether, and once I actually loaded into the nether, it really hit me just how scary this place is, especially in a hardcore world. I really did not want to die at this point in the game. You make it this far in a hardcore world, the last thing you want to die is to some random red block on the floor that ticks for like half a heart. Why in the world did they put that in the game? I have no idea. But I ended up trying to get rid of every single threat that was in this area. Honestly, I think that this is probably one of the worst areas to spawn. You can fall in any little hole and end up dying. There was like little 1 blocks of lava just sitting there for absolutely no reason. So yeah, I started to hear ghasts, and I got a little bit spooked, but I couldn't see him. So I started to think I was fine, but then I ended up getting shot by one. And this is when I started to panic. I was running for my life, man. I knew that if he broke any piece of dirt, then I was dead. I started to put up a little wall. Boom! I blocked it. I'm amazing at this game. I know. You guys can say it. It's fine. I decided that it probably wasn't worth the portal getting blown up, so I blocked it with all the dirt I had, and I started to get as much gold as I had. And there was also some spooky noises going on, so I tried to get out of there. After a little while, I ran, and I found this little portal that was half made, and a bunch of free stuff, you know, pretty good. I grabbed it, and I started to trade with the piglins that were around the area. And I didn't really get anything too amazing. I got some ender pearls, which was really good. Actually, the ender pearls were pretty good. But other than that, I really didn't get that much that was really worth the wait. So, came back, went to bed. I ended up going there for a couple of days, and yeah, I came back and got some more gold. I wanted to trade a little bit more, but I ended up pissing them off. For some reason, they were not happy about me stealing their gold, but you know, it is what it is. They ended up forgiving me, and after stealing their gold, I gave it back to them and ended up making a profit. It was good stuff. I found this little like biome where a bunch of endermen spawned, and honestly, this was perfect because I'd only gotten a couple of ender pearls from the piglins, so yeah, I got some extra ender pearls, all that I needed to go to the end. So yeah, and then I actually found a little nether end fortress. I think it's a nether fortress, yeah. And yeah, I started to fight the blazes. I needed as many blaze rods as I could because I also wanted to make potions for the end battle. I'm not good at Minecraft, so yeah. I ended up fighting these wither skeletons, I think they're called, and I tried to make it so that they couldn't hit me at all, and I ended up taking them out one by one and ended up getting a wither skeleton skull. 10,000 likes in 24 hours, and I will make a part 2 to this video, you know, fighting the wither. But anyways, I continued to fight as many blaze thingies as I possibly could. I spent so much time there, especially trying to get out of this place, but they were just non-stop shooting fire at me. They were flying around. It was totally unfair, but after neutralizing literally like 90% of these guys that were literally hiding around every single corner, a wither skeleton came and hit me once and ended up breaking my shield and giving me this wither effect, which was very annoying. But yeah, I went back out and I started training with these piglins, and they gave me some good stuff that I could use for the future. I ended up making a chest where I would put all of the stuff for the end battle. I put it all in there so that I knew where everything was that I needed. Started making my potions, as in slow falling, and everything that I would need for that final battle. And after getting a good night's sleep, I heard this random salesman above me trying to talk to me. So I went up to go investigate and try to make some deals. After seeing the horrible deals he had for me, I got rid of the problem. I ended up getting some leads, which I could use for my new friend, Joshua the horse. Yes, sir, let's go. We get another family member to the house. Yes. So, yeah, I grabbed Joshua and I brought him inside his new house that he would be living in with the boys. And I used the lead to make sure that he couldn't run away at any point. And, yeah, I decided to just, you know, organize the house. I got all of my items, put them in chests, and organized a little bit. Made the house look a little bit nicer. After that, I decided to grab my sugarcane and try to make it a little bit faster. I also went mining to kill some time. You know, I needed to stay awake and not sleep anymore. I found a witch and decided to use my skills to get rid of him. He was non-stop throwing stuff at me. It was really, really annoying. But after not missing a single hit, I took him out, and for some reason, he hit me with some random potion effect. So, yeah, I just wanted to get some stone to use to make the house look a little bit nicer, and also to kill some time. I needed those little membrane thingies from the stuff that tries to come at night after you not sleep for 3 days. I don't even know what they're called, but yeah. I went back and grabbed Larry. I decided it was time to bring him back to the house, you know, give him a little room here. And, yeah, I brought him in. His homie got lost along the way, but, you know, it is what it is. I gave him a little corner in the house, and I think he enjoyed it. I put a little sign, you know, showing that it was Larry the sheep, you know. It looked nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I decided to kill some more time, you know, fill in the wall with some real stone bricks, and randomly this dude came to the front door. He was not happy, and his boys were like, he like came here for absolutely no reason by himself. His boys were like stood back over here, and yeah, they weren't very good at shooting. They kept hitting my shield, so decided to take them out one by one, and yeah, they had some like glowing crossbows, which was weird. This guy was like the Grand Poobah. He had like a little like sign behind him. I don't even know what it was, but it gave me an achievement and then a thing in the top right corner. Looked it up online, drank a bucket of milk so that if I ever went back to the village, they couldn't kill me. And yeah, I went up in the sky because I needed those membrane thingies, where if you don't sleep for 3 days, they kill you, or they try to come kill you, but I couldn't get them to come, so I needed them for my potions though. So to kill more time, I went and killed my cows. And yeah, I pretty much put up that little sign thingy to show that I am alpha. I'm the alpha male here. So yeah, and then I went and got some more wood to try to make my house look a little bit nicer and wait for those membrane thingies to come. And yeah, they didn't come, so yeah, I just wasted more time. I ended up going out and looking for some more cow leather because I couldn't get enough from my own farm. And while I was doing that, this random noise came, and it was the membrane thingies. I don't even know what they're called, but they come late at night and randomly force spawn. They were trying to jump me all at once. It was actually kind of crazy. I ended up only getting one membrane from 4 dudes, but it ended up being enough for what I needed. So I made my potions and went back to the village to get some more wheat, you know. I needed it for my cows. I was running out, and I needed more of the leather. I ended up, on the way back, more of the membrane thingies came. So I decided to take them out just in case I needed more potions, you know, as backup. And after that, went to bed, and I had basically everything I needed for my potions. And then randomly, out of nowhere, this dude comes from the portal, which is really confusing because I have a door on the other side of the portal, and somehow this guy went through, but, you know, it is what it is. After making my potions, I put them in the little chest that I had for the end battle, and yeah, I just started to make my other potions that I need. I literally made so many potions, I was not gonna die in this end battle. I made sure that I was completely overpowered than the normal Minecraft player. So, after I went through and I grabbed all of my stuff, made an enchantment table and an enchantment room with all of the stuff I had been saving, and I started to enchant my armor that I was gonna use for the end battle. I actually got a pretty decent enchant on my sword. I don't know if it's amazing, you guys let me know, but here's all my enchants for some of my stuff, my gear. I didn't have enough levels, so I went back to the nether, sorry, and I got more levels to enchant all of my gear for this fight. I ended up not liking the enchant for my diamond boots, so I redid that, and then also just got some random enchant on my bow. Didn't like that either, so I ended up getting like a, I think it was a power 2 bow, and it seemed better than unbreaking, so did that, got my golden apples, and yeah, I decided to see which way the portal was gonna be from my house. So I got the Eye of Ender, and I started to look around, and yeah, I tried to throw it, didn't work. I tried to throw it again, boom, it's gone! It's literally gone! I have no idea where this thing went. It's out of my sight. I had to end the video, literally end the recording, to find out where that thing went. I had no clue. It was literally gone from existence. After re-looking at the footage, I found out that it was just on the other side of the wall, so. After finding out where I needed to go, I decided to go to my dog Louie and give him an extra piece of meat so that he knew that I loved him. And I went to Joshua and I gave him some extra food. He tried to make me ride him, but I was like, nah, dude, we don't have time for this. I gotta go kill the Ender Dragon. And I went and said goodbye to Larry the sheep as well. I gave him his food and everything that he would need for the entire duration of me being gone. And I decided to step back and take a full look at the entire base that I had spent so long creating and making throughout this entire video. And yeah, I basically went out, started to look for the end portal. I used the Eye of Enders and got pretty lucky, to be honest. Each time I threw it, they came back down, which is honestly amazing, because most of the times they just disperse and blow up, and you know, you never see them again. And I had exactly 12, which is exactly how many you need to get into the end, depending on how many they give you. But unfortunately here, one of the Ender Eye thingies, they disappeared, and from what I knew is that this was around the area that it should be, but I ended up finding a creeper that was spawn camping, so I shot him once, and I smacked the absolute crap out of him. He flew into another dimension, and out of the corner of my eye, I actually spotted a weird-looking little cave thingy, so I swam up like in a James Bond movie, and I broke in, and it actually ended up being the end area where I needed to be, so this was perfect. I looked throughout the place and I actually found a couple diamonds and some other goods in these chests, and luckily enough, for some reason I had this feeling that there would be something in there, and I held out my shield, which was very, very smart by me, but then boom! I found the end portal. Oh my gosh, all of the build up to this, it's amazing, and I looked and I was trying to make sure I had enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11! I only have 11. I only have 11 Ender Eyes. I had to recount it twice to make sure that it was legit. I didn't even believe my own eyes. So yeah, I put them in, and I was preparing myself. I tried to make sure that I put them in the right way. I was worried that I would somehow mess up this entire video by putting them in wrong, but put in the last one, and here we are. The final end battle to the entire video. All of the build-up, I drank my potions, everything that I needed, I threw them to the side. I was literally so nervous. And guess what? I get the worst spawn on planet Earth. I have to build across. Last time I was on an edge like this, I accidentally, you know, fat thumbed it and I flew off and almost died. This time, if I fell, it was the end of the world. But luckily enough, I made it to the end. I heard a little roar. I wasn't that scared. Then I heard a big roar, and then there's instant fear in me. After I came up to the top, he started to try to shoot at me, and I decided I should shoot at the things that are healing him. So yeah, I went through, tried to get rid of as many as I could, and I was doing all right. I got all of them in like maybe a minute or two, and then the only ones I had left were the ones that were guarded. So I made sure that I had a slow falling potion in case I got knocked off or anything. Got rid of the first one, jumped down, was a little bit scared that the potion would randomly, you know, just stop working, but you know, it worked out, and I saw that he was trying to like be cool and fly past, so I decided I needed to be an alpha male and, you know, 360 no scope him, you know, show him who's boss, show him who the real final boss of this game is. It isn't the Ender Dragon, it's Lynix, yes sir. He's here to fight me, not the other way around. And then once he finally came down from his little hiding spot, I could not hit him for the life of me. I don't know why, but I just could not hit his, it was like impenetrable. I was trying to hit his kneecaps and stuff, and it was just not working. Apparently he had pissed off some of his homies, the Enderman, but it's all right. You know, he came back down another time, and for some reason, my aim was just off. I just could not hit this guy in the sky or anything. So yeah, he came back down, and I drank another slow falling potion because I really, the only way he was gonna kill me here, or what I thought, was that I would get hit in the air just like so, and I would fall down. I got really scared that I would just for some reason randomly die. So for extra precautions, I used a water bucket, and I think I made this guy mad because I put down water. So yeah, I had to get rid of this guy. I needed to focus on the Ender Dragon. I could not run out of time. I needed to get this done in an orderly fashion so that I had the slow falling potion working while I was fighting him. If I ran out of the slow falling potion, he hit me in the air, it was over. I did not trust my abilities to use the water bucket, and for some reason his kneecaps were impenetrable. They were off limits. I could not hit him, and this Enderman was not leaving me alone, so I just, you know, got rid of him, and we were all good. I decided to build up a little bit because I was afraid he was gonna shoot at me, and he did. For some reason, it was like instinctive. I started to build up, and I blocked it. It was insane. I also wanted to make sure that I got the little egg thingy, but I didn't know where the egg spawned. I don't remember where the egg spawns, nor do I know if it spawns there, so I put a couple torches down, and then I got a little bit worried that me putting down torches would stop the egg from spawning in a way, so I ended up taking the torches down a little bit later, but you know, the dragon comes back down, and he's almost dead. Almost. It is so close, and he's hitting me a ton for some reason. It's only one hit till the Ender Dragon's dead, and he shoots that thing on the ground, and I start to die. I'm getting worried because I'm all the way down to half hearts, and I feel like I'm about to die, and I can't hit him. His kneecaps are impenetrable, and then I hit his tail, and it's all over. I've beaten the Ender Dragon. Yes! Oh man, 33 hours, and I was so worried an Enderman was gonna come up from behind me and end this entire video right here, right now. But I did it. I killed the Ender Dragon. I was standing there. I just felt so accomplished. There was so much XP. I didn't have to go into the Nether and break anything for XP. It was amazing. Let me tell you, I was so excited. I jumped into that end portal with complete confidence and happiness, man. I was so amped out of my mind. And then I saw my whole fam. I was like, yo, what's up, squad? I saw Joshua, I saw Louie, I saw all the boys. I was so incredibly excited. It was absolutely insane. Spending 33 hours in Minecraft Hardcore is the most stressful thing I've ever done, especially for someone who doesn't play Minecraft Vanilla like me. So I went and said hello to everybody. I sat them down. I took a good look at everything that I had accomplished throughout this entire video and spent so much time to complete, and I was so incredibly happy with the outcome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys drop a like. If you guys want to see more of it, like I said, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below, and yeah, make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace, guys.